The committee chairman, Antony Macierewicz, former opposition leader, member of parliament and minister of defence, announced today that the main and indisputable evidence of Russian interference was the explosion in the left wing of the plane before it passed the birch tree. The subcommittee precisely identified the place, time and sound of the explosion that destroyed the wing and initiated the crash. Its continuation was another explosion in the centre plane several metres above the ground, which destroyed the entire plane and killed the Polish delegation headed by President Lech Kaczynski. 5 arguments were listed as confirming the explosion in the wing. Copies of recordings from CVR, MLP, ATM, results of the Aviation Institute and Army Institute of Technology, experiments with Tu-154 models, numerical analysis of the millisecond sound of the explosion, transcripts from CVR recordings made by the Institute of Forensic Studies and ABW in 2021, explosion experiments made by the Commission. Antony Macierewicz indicated that the explosions were preceded by 2 disinformation operations, introducing chaos among the flight controllers of the Russian Federation and making it difficult for the Polish crew to leave for the reserve airport in Vitebsk. It is about a last-minute change of reserve airports from Vitebsk to Domodedowo and Shemeretowo, which are 1 hour's flight away from Smolensk, made by the Russians and hidden from the Polish pilots, and the erroneous descent of the aircraft in such a way as to put it at risk of hitting the ground. The report may be the basis for international action. The head of the subcommittee did not rule out a complaint to the European Court of Human Rights. The report's appendices contain mostly technical issues and legal and film documentation. Today, the decision to invalidate the 2011 report of the Commission of Jerzy Miller was also upheld. Evidence was not only left by Donald Tusk's government at the disposal of the Russian Federation, but was also concealed, destroyed and falsified. The Russian side clearly stated that Poland would not receive the evidence, and the conditions of receiving these materials to this day, with the consent of the Republic of Poland, are to accept the report of Mrs. Anodina. The subcommittee found the presence of explosives on many parts of the Tu-154M plane, used among other things in thermobaric charges. According to the report, the catastrophe may be characterized as a bombing. The tremendous effort of the dozens of scientists, universities that have been involved in this research makes it the best studied disaster in the world. Today, it is the responsibility of the Polish elite to familiarize themselves with this report and to take a position on it. This line will divide us into traitors and patriots, because we cannot stand in the middle when it comes to the murder of the president. According to the subcommittee's findings, most victims have identifiable injuries resulting from the explosion. On the 10th of April 2010, 96 people, including President Lech Kaczynski and his wife, died in the Tu-154M plane crash in Smolensk. Just yesterday, during the celebrations of the 12th anniversary of the crash, Deputy Prime Minister Jarosław Kaczyński announced that there was a big change in the explanation for the crash. Russia has not changed. Russian post-communism is as criminal as communism. Today we know what happened. We have this answer, verified by many centres. This will be put before public opinion in the near future. The subcommittee made a number of recommendations, including the establishment of a unit to deal with the flights of the most important people and pyrotechnical checks of aircraft after each overhaul. The same applies to extensive counterintelligence checks on the occasion of such overhauls.